Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have a very fun pick a card today for you guys. I don't know, I just felt really good putting this together. It's just, I don't know, it gives me like tingly, like excited feelings. So there's obviously something pretty freaking good in here. So we're going to be looking at couple goals, question mark. How do your friends, family, and colleagues view you and your future spouse, aka partner, whatever label you like to use for that? I personally hate labels, so I just like to say my lover, whatever makes you feel comfortable, okay? However you want to refer to your significant other. It's all good, okay? So please do remember this is a general reading and not a personal one. So there's absolutely no reason to take anything personally. If it's not resonating, leave it and move on to the next message. If you are feeling, and that being said, if you're feeling drawn to listen to more than one group, perhaps there's cross messages. Again, I am not a gatekeeper and I'm not some tarot, dictator trying to tell you what to do here with this. You have to trust your own gut and your own intuition. There's a difference though between intuition and ego. So learn the difference. And if you are feeling very drawn and you're getting like weird body cues and things that you need to listen to more than one, then do it. This is about you learning to trust yourself. And, the cards act as guides, showing you energies that are present. You have free will, so you decide what to do with it. Okay. I think that there are some people out there who don't understand what tarot is. And, they take it way too, like literal. And there's a need to use some common sense, some logic, and some intuition here. Okay. You need to use your gut and your intuition. That's absolutely vital. Okay. That being said, we have four groups. We have, four groups today. We have the Labradorite Dragon Pentacle for group one. We have the Crazy Lace Agate Dragonfly for group two. We have the Carp here for group three in the Red Jade. And we have the Fluorite Kitsune for group four. So go ahead and select whichever is calling to you. If you'd like to see more readings like this or get a personal reading from me, you can go ahead and follow the link down below to my Patreon to do that. So let's get started. For of you who chose this really awesome dragon pentacle in Labradorite, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a really nice flash in this, and I don't know if it's coming through or not because, phones. Anyway, let's take a look and see how your friends, family, colleagues, how people view you and your future spouse. Okay, here we go. We have the Hermit. We have the Magician. We have the Ninth House with Seeking. We have card 14 with Great Possession, Repress Evil Influences. We have Sacred Space. We have number 44, the Great Healer. That's interesting. We have Caregiver and Femme Fatale. All right, so these two cards. So in all the groups, I've chosen two of these cards to represent you and your significant other, okay? So depending on which one is which, one of you definitely works as a caregiver, a healer of some kind. So I wouldn't be surprised if you work, one of you definitely works in the healing arts of some kind. Okay. This can be a holistic healer. This could be a chiropractor. This could be a masseuse. This could be a doctor, a surgeon, someone who is a therapist even. There's something about this. Okay. Most definitely here, where there's some kind of medical and healing that is going on. Most definitely. And one of you is definitely this femme fatale, like, holy shit, walking in the room and like, oh my God, it's like you've got the total freaking powerful, and I feel like you guys have a very spiritual bond, like hardcore, because we have the Hermit here. And the Hermit, like always in love readings, is like that slow burn, that deep spiritual bond between two people. And you're definitely coming together to heal one another. But people definitely view you as very cultured, well-traveled, well-educated, because we have the Ninth House here. And the Magician, where you guys just manifest stuff. You have like the most amazing like communication skills, and people just really enjoy talking to you. They view you as a very spiritual couple, a very down to earth, very grounded, very, but very picky. Okay, because we have Virgo energy with the Hermit, and this is Mercury energy right here, which of course Mercury rules Virgo. So it's like, I get the sense that like your house is completely neat and, sacred space. So your house is like super clean and in order and organized. And when people come over, they're like, God damn, I feel like I need to scrub up when I come in here, because it's like so like pristine and so organized. And it's like, they look at that and they're like, God damn, I wish I could be this organized. And I wouldn't even be surprised if some people walk in, like if you were having like a get together, and they almost get like kind of like jealous, because they can't have what you guys have, because they're too busy. They need to get their shit together more, basically. But you definitely have this like very like, ordered, very well thought out, life together. It's very organized. You guys are very like literally like just being in your presence. It's a very kind of healing, soothing kind of feeling. And like I said, you guys manifest the most amazing things. I feel like you guys, are very like almost like jet setty kind of vibes, but you're like not all like, I think some people view that as being like snooty falooty or something, but in this case it's more like you just genuinely love to travel to new places and like experience like different cultures, and not just the visual and the aesthetic side, but actually the spiritual side. Like, and travel for you guys as a couple is a very spiritual kind of thing. Okay. You're very adventurous as a couple. People totally see this, that they think that you are really intelligent, very smart, very collegiate, like, and, they definitely think you have a very specific type of religious point of view. Okay. And when I say religious, it could be anything. And they think that they're just like kind of like mind blown at the things that you guys accomplish as a couple, because to them it would be like, oh my God, they're taking a total risk. But you guys know each other so well, and because you trust your gut, you really know, and like when you come together, it's like total magic. So it deep down in your gut, and you kind of just look at each other and you nod that while some people would shit their pants and say, oh, this is risky, you guys just know it'll turn out okay, and it does. So this says great possession, repress evil influences. Like legit, like you guys are quite magical in that way. Perhaps you practice magic together, and you just are very like have a very protective aura. And like when people try to like get you down, or like maybe there has been like outside family members or something who would like try to be like too critical and assholey or whatever, it's kind of like there's this force field around you, and it just like bounces right off, and you're just like, like the people who try to send like bad energy or bad juju towards you or whatever, it like comes back and it bitch slaps them so hard in the face. And you just kind of stand there and just like look at them going, well, I told you so. Don't fuck with us, And anybody who has tried to, and I wouldn't be surprised, and there are literal placements like this in a synastry chart. I actually have these with my husband, where when you are first together as a couple, people might try to break you apart because they don't get it, okay? And they don't understand what you share, like that spiritual bond, So, and maybe there's jealous people, and they want, one of you to themselves, or, there's like multiple reasons why people act like twats in this kind of a situation, but it doesn't work. Because the spiritual bond and the love you share is so fucking deep that it's like, and then maybe people make snide comments like this, usually when you have this particular placement, like, oh, it won't last. They'll never last. And then you're like decades down the road going, what's that? What'd you say? Ha ha, joke's on you, bitch. Your marriage went to shit. We're still together. Ha ha. It's like, that's what I'm saying by, it's like rubber and, you're rubber, they're glue. What they say bounces off me and sticks to you. That kind of thing. It's literally like that, because you as a couple are angelically protected and guided. Okay. And hell hath no fury like anyone who tries to split you apart. Okay. Because you are literally blessed. You have ancestors around you, keeping you safe, okay? And the haters and the naysayers, they're going to eat their fucking words, and it's going to be beautiful. And you don't have to do anything. You don't even have to gloat. Just being you is enough, okay? Like seriously, I'm not kidding. So we have sacred space here. It says, don't wait for someone to bring you flowers. Plant your own garden and decorate your own soul. And as a couple, that is totally you. Okay. You guys don't expect shit. You know that if you want to create a beautiful life, you have to go out there and work as a team and create it. And that is what you do together as a couple. And people can see that and they admire it so much. And literally, since we have Virgo energy, I would not be surprised if you legit like have like I said, your house is gorgeous. You might have the most amazing gardens. You too, this is something that you might like to do in your spare time, is like work in the garden, because it's very grounding. It's very soothing. Anyone who has a lot of stress and anxiety in their life, I cannot recommend this enough. Besides exercise, like obviously exercise, get it out, but working with the earth, like, and digging and like touching soil and plants and stuff like this, it does something to you where it's like all that pent up energy just melts right into Mother Earth. And she just kind of like embraces you and says, give it to me, honey, I can take it. And I will transmute that freaking, harsh negative energy or whatever you're feeling, the sadness, and I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to make it blossom into something quite beautiful, instead. And through all that pain and heartache or whatever you're feeling, she absorbs it, Gaia absorbs it, and then transmute it and turns it into life. That is like the total energy. And I'm getting total tingles all over my body right now. That is what is going on with you too. And we have the great healer with number 44. We have manifestation, abundance, and equilibrium. And you've got this in spades as a couple, and people can see it and they know it. And it says, you are destined to be on a special track of a spiritual journey. And that is how you are as a couple. Absolutely. And like you guys, like even as a couple, you are like total caregiver. And I wouldn't be surprised if both of you are like very handsome and very good looking and beautiful and stuff like this. So, and you've got this total like, je ne sais quoi about you, where people just find you absolutely stunning and like you catch attention. And in looking at this card, I feel like you guys are very health conscious. You work out together. You take really good care of your bodies. You're into health and fitness and eating right. It's like you're very interested in like creating, like for some of you, this is very specific coming up, like creating different blends of teas for health and well-being. You guys make like elixirs, potions, things like this for health. I definitely see you practicing like regular rituals. This is beauty and health rituals. You understand the cyclical nature of life. You definitely like working with plants. I don't know. I just feel like maybe you've even traveled the world to like study and check out different like types of herbs and things like this. Perhaps this is even something that some of you even use as make as a business together as a couple. But you guys are so interested in different healing and health modalities. And, you're like very experimental this way and very expansive in this nature. And you literally heal people. It's fantastic. And you do a lot of traveling this way. So that's what I'm seeing for this group. If you would like to see more readings like this, please check out my Patreon. The link is down below. Thank you guys so much for being with me today. I hope you have a great, rest of the week. Take good care, and I'll catch you next time. Those of you who chose group 2 with the Crazy Lace Dragonfly, this is going to be your reading. Before I get going with this, I'm just going to say, since you chose this, I foresee in the future for this group, there's going to be some heavy transformation that's going to go on in your life. You're going to go through some very serious like transformation, transition phases before you meet your partner. And this has to happen in order for you to be on the same energetic level as your partner to actually, attract them. And also, I just get, because this is Crazy Lace Agate, there's a lot of happiness coming your way, a lot of joy, a lot of laughter. There's a lot of romantic kind of energy too here. So keep that in mind. All right. So let's see how people view you as a couple. Okay. Holy shit. Oh my God. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the King of Swords. We have Gemini, the butterfly. We have cosmic order, align with the cosmic forces. It's funny because the butterfly, and we literally had the dragonfly. Both of these go through a serious metamorphosis and change through their life cycle. That is wild. Okay, so we have playing. Life is not a matter of holding good cards, but playing a poor hand well. Very interesting. And it's kind of funny because right here, you know, with this card in particular, this is a very playful energy. Dragonflies are very playful if you watch them, like, you know, in the wild and whatnot. And I feel like you guys are good at playing your cards right. Whatever gets handed to you as a couple, you know how to work that energy, come hell or high water. You guys are just good together. We have angel number 222. We have player. And we have Leo energy here. So we have Gemini and Leo energy here for sure. We also have some air sign energy, but well, obviously Gemini is an air sign. But what's interesting, so when I pulled these two cards for each group, these represent the two of you. Like one of you is more this and the other one is more this. And it's kind of funny because we have playing and she's holding cards and there's a roulette here. One of you might even be like a professional like gamer or, you know, poker player. Okay. Like literally this could be a side hustle, but this could be something that actually turns serious and makes you like millions of dollars. You know, it can happen, especially if you have a marker in your natal chart where you are going to be lucky and successful in playing games of skill or chance. Okay. If you do not have that in your natal chart, it's not going to happen. Okay. This could just instead mean that you're really good at playing whatever is freaking thrown your way. You know how to play the energies. And even when something is shit and it's being thrown at you, you know how to turn it around and make it into something good. Okay. So when we have the 10 of Cups here and we have the King of Swords, people are going to view you as a very happy, like this is couple goals, okay? Like people are going to look at you and go, oh my God, they are like so cute. They are the happiest, most beautiful couple. Oh my God, I bet you their kids are going to be so pretty and blah, 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 you know, like that kind of energy. But it's like you guys really come off as being very happy, very successful, and very professional when it comes to business because we have the King of Swords. So one of you might be, you know, like be very good at playing, but also lawyer. Okay. One of you could be a lawyer, most definitely. And lawyers are really good at playing the hand dealt with. Yes. You know, like working it. So that makes a lot of sense. Usually in like a career reading, the King of Swords can indicate somebody who is a chef. Surgeons, you know, anybody who's a very professional, like work, you know, person, like, you know, works in an office or the corporate level or whatever. And like I said, lawyers, surgeons. But anyway, as a couple, you guys are total social butterflies. You're super curious about everything. You're excellent communicators. You just have this happy-go-lucky aura about you that everybody just adores, like the sunflowers here. They just bring happiness when you walk into a room, okay? And I feel like with the playing and the player, you guys are just fun. Like they're like as a couple, you're very fun to be around. You get invited a lot. Social butterfly, right? You're always invited to parties and stuff like this because people just want to have you around because you always are like the life of the party and like you make people laugh and, you know, you're very communicative. You're super freaking versatile, flexible. It says, you know, variety seeking, social, collaborative, brilliant, perceptive, connected, vocal, adaptive, street smart, mobile, studious, superficial, restless, and fidgety. Okay. But it's like, basically you have like amazing aura and amazing energy. It's like, I just feel like one of you or both of you have like amazing eyelashes. Like there's something about the color of your eyes, like clashing with the dark, thick eyelashes to where it's like, damn, when people look at you, it's like, oh my God, you know, or them. Like one of the two of you is like this. You guys, it's like almost like when you walk into a room, there could be shit going on. And it's kind of funny because I see those columns and that makes me think of like courthouses and stuff like this. And we literally, you know, like as I said, the lawyer thing obviously is there. There's something about law and justice and righting wrongs or something, you know. But we have cosmic order align with the cosmic forces. Like literally, you know how to play the energies at hand and align them just right to manifest amazing shit as a couple into your life. And you do it. So with angel number 222, it's a sense of harmony and balance. because you guys are a very balanced energy couple. Life is bringing a force of balance to your life that will bring peace and happiness. Trust your peace, often an omen of flourishing relationships. Okay, so this is like your vibe. This is your special number, the 222, okay? This is a synchronistic thing that is definitely, has something to do with you as a couple, okay? And definitely we have Leo energy here. We have Gemini energy coming through super strong. So, we have sun or rising, possibly moon, Gemini or Leo between the two of you, or this could have something to do with timing. But again, Gemini is a very communicative, as long as you don't have negative aspects, because there's some people who are Geminis who do not know how to communicate with a shit. Because you have to look at the natal chart as a whole, okay? It's not just your sun sign, folks, okay? So please do not obsess about that shit. Because it literally is just like a fraction of what you look at, especially in a human being and as a couple. Okay, because if I was to go off all the crap that's spewed out there about, oh, you have to be with this sun sign if you're this zodiac sign, I would not be successfully married today. Okay, because I married someone who is not according to that crap, and it is crap, someone who's not supposed to be compatible with my sun sign, yet we get along really fucking good. When we butt heads, it's going to be a little bit fiery and passionate. Yeah, because that does happen. But the makeup sex is really fucking awesome. Anyway, and that does not happen very often, though. That's the good thing, too. After all this time, it's still going strong. It's like, yeah. And that's like, something that everyone needs to take into consideration with the relationship. If you are judging people off their sun sign, I feel sorry for you. Okay? Like, seriously. You need to get over that shit, because it's not good to do that. It's good, and especially considering with, when it comes to progressive astrology and looking at the natal promise, a lot of the times the perfect person for you that you're supposed to be with isn't a zodiac sign that's supposed to go so perfect with yours. Okay. I'm not kidding. So keep that in mind. The best relationships are the ones that teach you the most, in which you are good friends first, and that you can grow together spiritually and have a common bond and happiness and love. And that is definitely what you guys as a couple are. It's so beautiful. It's like you're going to last for a very long time. It's like you're going to withstand the obstacles, the ages, It's just such a happy, beautiful kind of energy. And it's like you guys are like sunshine when you walk into a room, no matter what. Even when literally people are like, how do you do it? Because maybe something goes shit in your life. But as a couple, it makes you stronger. The bond becomes tighter and you really help each other out. And people see this. And I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if people are jealous of this. Okay. But you're adored as a couple, okay? And it's no, like I said, come hell or high water, you guys make it through. And you work as a team. You're such a strong team player, okay? Literally. And I feel like you get really lucky too. Because there's even a wheel here behind the Gemini right here. And then there's a wheel in front of her. There's lots of wheel imagery, the sunflowers. I feel like you guys are blessed with really good luck. Your energy, their energy comes together and it creates it's almost like Jupiter on steroids, but not in the negative way, in the negative sense where Jupiter can go to excess. It's more like you're just fucking lucky. You must have some Jupiter Venus aspects that are very positive as a couple, where it's just you just make shit happen and you're just lucky that way. And you're definitely angelically guided. It's just beautiful. So, you just make shit happen and people just like you. They just like you a lot. So anyways, that's what I'm seeing for this group. Thank you so much for all your support. If you'd like to see more readings, go to my Patreon. The link is down below. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can hit me up there too as well. Thank you guys for being with me, and I will catch you next time. Those of you who chose my red jade carp here, I feel like you guys are definitely a very spiritual couple already. I can just see this by you guys choosing this. You're very blessed, very lucky. there's something very reflective about, like, you guys mirror each other, or you guys have a lot in common, okay? And you're definitely connected. This is very Piscean like energy as well, okay, that I'm seeing here. So there's a very spiritual element between you two. Okay, so let's see what's going on. What do people think? We have the King of Pentacles. Nice. What a babe. We have the Knight of Cups. We have sextile with opportunity. Oh, this is a strong bond, and you guys know how to attract lots of opportunities into your lives, especially monetarily. We have this is card 23, deterioration. Be generous to those below. We have life. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. We have life path 4, the worker. We have extrovert, and we have maiden. So, okay, these cards in particular, when I pulled these, one represents you and one represents the mate. So I get the sense that one of you is extremely, very extroverted, and then one of you is very almost, don't take this in a negative way, but very maiden-like, and this could be your archetype is the maiden, okay? But like almost like there's a naivety there, okay? And this your partner always feels like they need to like protect you, because you've lived a really sheltered life. And so when you get together with your partner, they're going to because they're very extroverted and very outgoing and stuff like this, they're going to really challenge you to come out of your shell, and you're going to really mature and grow with this person, most definitely. But how do they view you? I mean, this is how they view you. One of you is the very gentle feminine, and the other one is the very masculine, very extroverted, and, energies. So we have the King of Pentacles. They view you as very grounded, very wealthy, like that you've got it going on, that you're very successful, but there's definitely this very, because this totally goes in hand with what's here, but very romantic, artistic, remember how I said naivety? This is kind of like that, like uber romance, like a romance novel, period piece. So one of you is definitely like this, where it's like super romantic, like in love with love. There's like fucking hearts and doves floating around your fucking head when you walk in the room. And the other one is more like, I don't know. It's like that juxtaposition. It's the yin and the yang, most definitely. Okay. Like totally here. But you guys are very creative as a couple. You might even be both born in the wintertime. I did say Pisces, but there's something very, like you guys just together, like you create the most artistic. It's like both of you are very beautiful together too as a couple. So people definitely view you as a very beautiful couple, and almost like a fantasy, like you guys are like a walking fantasy. So this could be like, I'm just going to say it for somebody, if you're a Pisces and you're watching this, your mate might be Pisces, or they're going to have like Pisces rising and Pisces or Pisces sun. And it's like, there's going to be this total hardcore, or maybe you guys are like, holy shit, like the opposites, like where one of you is the Pisces rising, one of you is the Pisces sun, and vice versa, like combined with something else here, maybe an earth sign. So, oh my God. And that could be, wow, that's really kind of hot. The sex would be great, but it's like, there's something very, like lifting the veil, like very fantasy, like about you guys. Maybe you both work in very creative fields, and I'm kind of getting that feeling anyway. But it's like literally you guys are like stepping out of a fucking storybook. I just feel that vibe, and people just look at you and go, holy shit, oh my God, it's like a fairy tale walking in the room. What the fuck? So, and I feel like you guys love books. For some of you, you guys even might be authors, both of you. There's something very similar, because look what you guys chose here. There's something very similar about the two of you. You guys share, you guys are so generous to everybody who you meet too. And you give to those who, like, you could even be involved in charities where you're helping others, maybe, I see all these books, there could be teaching involved here, or literally you volunteer to help with people who are having issues with maybe learning disabilities, or even fighting with this dyslexia. Dyslexia is no joke, and it can be a serious bitch, and it's very frustrating, and it's so sad, especially when it happens to kids, because most of the time the parents are fucking clueless as to what's going on, and the kid doesn't know. I mean, there's ways they can pick up on it now a little bit better than like when, say, I was a kid, but it's very difficult. I mean, you could be like highly like super intelligent, but you're suffering from dyslexia. So it slows down the learning because you have to, like, the words are all jumbled up or they're backwards. I mean, it's difficult, and it's a little bit different for everybody. And I don't know why the fuck I'm bringing this up, but obviously somebody here might know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you have dealt with dyslexia or you have a sibling, you probably know what the fuck I'm talking about, especially if it's like kind of harsh, like they have it like bad. There's lots of actors, believe it or not, who have had dyslexia, and actually getting into acting is what helped them, which is super fucking interesting. That could actually be the underlying thing here with you or your mate, which is kind of fucking, and honestly, it is kind of romantic. So it's very interesting. So anyway, you guys are really good with collaboration. Like, people want to collaborate with you. They want to work with you all the time. Like, you have the most amazing people. When you walk in the room, you meet the most amazing people, and they just like legit like want to hang out with you. They want to talk to you. They want to collaborate with you on projects. I get the sense, like, in your community as a couple, like everybody's wanting to like get your opinion, or they want to collaborate with you on projects. We also have assists, generous to those, like literally like assisting others with, anything. Like, you guys are always lending a helping hand, and people really appreciate that. But just be careful that people don't take advantage of you, okay? You guys create like massive possibilities for people. You open doors together as a couple. You bring a lot of insight. You bring a lot of insight into certain situations. Like, people appreciate your opinion, and you give a lot of really constructive criticism that is very helpful. So people like actually seek you out when they need some critiquing done, because you are like if you're teaching, you are the most. Oh my God, I'm like getting emotional now, because when you think about the teachers in your life who are genuinely really love what they do, and they're so kind and compassionate, you never forget them. When they encourage you and they make you want to be a better person and work harder, those are the best teachers. Those are the ones you want to be. Don't get into teaching unless you can do that. I really feel like, I mean, because there's some people, I mean, I know I'm not alone. Raise your hand if you've had a teacher who was a total fucking asshole. We've all had those too. And what I couldn't find, because at first, like, honestly, like when I was a kid and I was dealing with this teacher, I was like, what happened to them? Did something bad happen in their life to make them this way? I mean, I don't get it, but then you find out that their life is like, they're not, according to what other people are saying, they don't have it rough. They don't have anything bad. They're just an asshole. So those kind of people can burn in hell, as far as I'm concerned. They shouldn't be teaching, because they do nothing but discourage instead of encourage. So, but in this case, you guys are very encouraging, okay, to people, especially if you like are teaching some kind of arts or something like this. There's excellent communication. You guys are good communicators. You're very welcoming and kind. You're very approachable, and you really know how to bring out the freaking best and bring out the life in anyone who comes around you. Okay. And like literally, you guys as a couple, like, point out all the beautiful things that people miss out on. Like, you could be at a party and talking, and then like you'll point out something and people are like, oh my God, I never thought of it that way. Holy shit. And then they'll never be the same again, because they'll never be able to view that particular thing in the same way ever again, because of the ability that you have as a couple to bring out the beauty. It's like you guys are like fucking Eros and Psyche personified, or something, like when you walk in a fucking room. It's just like, it's that kind of vibe. It's just so fucking cool. Again, life path 4. Okay, so 4 is a number of stability. Now, depending on what culture you're in, it could actually mean something else. But, death, is transformation. If you look at it not in the negative way, and you look at it in a very beautiful way, it's like very transformative, taking something like literally what like what I was just saying, you walk in a room and you point something out that people might not see in the same way, and you point it out to them in a whole new light, and it literally transforms the person. Okay. It's the death of the old to bring in the way for the new. And I feel like that's like kind of like the effect in a very beautiful, positive way that you have with people. Anyway, structure, discipline, and health. Balance your ambitions with your need for security. So I feel like you guys as a couple are extraordinarily balanced. You're very disciplined in what you want to achieve, but not in like a ruthless dictatory way, in a very like inspiring way. You definitely have structure to your routine in your life. I mean, we do have King of Pentacles here, which is very grounded, very stable kind of energy. Now and one of you is older. I have to mention that. Okay. One of you is older than the other, not by too much, but at the most 10 years apart. That would be like the threshold. But anywhere from 3 to 10 years age difference. Okay. So with that King of Pentacles energy, we're looking at somebody who could definitely, like, this usually represents somebody who definitely owns a business. You know, this is somebody who's at management level of things. You know, the Knight of Cups is someone who is super dashing, charming, romantic, beautiful, in love with love. You know, writers, poets, musicians, and also healthcare providers, but very creative. There's a whole, I mean, look at this library with these books. I feel like you guys love to read. You love like on rainy days to snuggle up together. You just love spending time and being around each other so much. Like you make like tea and you just like cuddle up with a good book and you just sit there. And I have this feeling that when you guys do this, it's like you're actually reading the book aloud together. And it's like super, and it's all rainy outside and you guys are just like snugly together, enjoying like that personal time. And you might even like have book clubs or something like this where you invite people over and people like to hear you talk and they love to hear it. Like maybe this is like a thing that you guys do on the regular, is like you have parties and like social things like this and everybody gets together and they, you know, read from something or something or other. I mean, it's very specific, but I'm totally getting that vibe. You guys are excellent with words, excellent writers. Your home is just so beautiful and breathtaking and very romantic. So people really enjoy coming over because it's like going into a fantasy land, very fairy tale like. So people, all in all, I'd say you guys are like a fantasy come true, is what people like, how they view you. You're just a very romantic, very almost, I don't want to say traditional, okay, but the energies, the masculine and the feminine energy is very traditional. It's like perfect yin and yang, so, you know, kind of energy. So, oh my God, you know, I said arrows. There's arrows right there. And all that golden energy. He is really fucking beautiful. So yeah, and then her hair is all long and she's got like an elegant, graceful back, you know, and it's very soft curls, very romantic, kind of like the maiden here. So this is like the vibe I'm totally getting between you guys. You guys are just like beautiful couple. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have. If you'd like to check out more readings like this, head over to my Patreon. The link to that is down below. You can jump on one of my monthly tiers as well, where I do monthly readings for you. Thank you guys so much for being with me today, and I will catch you next time. For my last group 4, we have the Kitsune Fluorite. And with this, I feel like you guys, boy, there's something about you as a couple. You're very sexy. That's just what I'm getting here. You're very sexy, but very wise. I'm getting power vibes here. Okay. Like hardcore already. So like, if we're going to get literal with this, like, you know how like it's couple goals, there's different types of couple goals, I guess you could say, but this is more like power couple vibes I'm feeling. Cause I don't know. It's just like, I see this Kitsune. It's very, you guys are very, shrewd as a couple, very good with business, like really like you're very clever, but very sexy. I don't know. It's just like, I love this. Well, I love kitsunes and foxes, obviously, duh. But it's like, I'm just getting this kind of vibe already. Okay, so let's see what comes up in the cards for you guys. We have the High Priestess. Wow. Okay. And we have the Death card. Okay, we have Scorpio energy here. Holy shit, I did say sexy. We have conjunction with empowerment. We have a synergy, cultivate intelligence. We have power. Oh my God, this is fucking fantastic. Obstacles are placed in our way to see if what we want is really worth fighting for. You guys are so empowerment, power. You guys are a total power couple. You guys are like go-getters, hardcore. I feel like you're really good with money. Okay? And 8th house matters. We have power number 7. We have, and as for your description cards for how you guys are, like your specific like main personalities that people see you as, and I did this for all the groups, we have detective and we have Aries. Damn. Fuck. Woo! You guys are go-getters, hardcore. Okay. I'm telling you, there's nothing, you guys are almost scary as a couple. When you walk in the room, okay? We have Scorpio, we have lunar energy, okay? We have the high priestess. There's like this total like underworldy kind of vibe, like Persephone and Hades, okay? Like walking in the room and it's like, I mean, because well, Scorpio is, the original ruler of Scorpio is Mars, okay? Mars rules Aries as well, okay? Scorpio has co-rulers. There is the Mars is the traditional ruler and Pluto is the modern ruler, okay? Which is all about, you know, rebirth, transformation. When we think about Scorpio matters, we're thinking sex, taboos, the occult, inheritances, other people's money, investment banking, you know, things like this. So, and the high priestess is definitely using that. This is so fucking hot. Okay, so obviously you guys give off massive like sex on a stick vibes when you walk in. Everybody's going, damn, I want to fuck that. You know, like that is like kind of like the vibe that comes off and oozes. It's like this amazing god and goddess like vibe that's coming through. Where it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if you wear a lot of black, okay? But, and like red, like really rich, like deep, dark, you know, dank colors. But it's like, I'm feeling the masculine energy here, obviously, is definitely very fiery, very passionate, very go-getter, very don't fuck with me. I'm going to stomp all over you. But yet very passionate, charming, sexy kind of vibe, okay? Definitely. And the feminine here definitely uses the intuition here so hardcore to help benefit the other, to help them to make good decisions and focus all that power and intention, okay? Because if you look at Aries, you know, the god, you know, he's very impulsive, very passionate, you know, he's like, you know, war, bloodlust, you know, all that kind of shit. But at the same time, you know, here comes, you know, Aphrodite in, you know, and tames his ass and helps to project that energy out in a different way. Okay. So that is like kind of what the energy here that I'm feeling, you know, happens here. So as a team, you guys make a lot of money because it's like there's, you know, to be a very good with business and very good with money, you have to have the drive, ambition, not afraid to take a chance, not afraid to go for it, but you also need to be smart, shrewd, cunning. You have to know and trust the gut, especially if you're doing things like with investments or stocks or any of that kind of stuff. You need to know how to make the right decisions and right choices. And the feminine here is definitely about that. Okay. Like knowing how to trust, like pick this, don't do this, you know, whatever. I'm just feeling this. It's almost like, it's just so fucking cool. It's like, it works. Okay, like it's so powerful when you two come together, nothing can fucking stop you. And people see this, most definitely. So with the conjunction and the empowerment, we have combines with, enhances. That's exactly what you do. You enhance each other. You bring out the best in one another, okay? Strengthens, joins forces, activates, intensifies, authorizes, allies with, concentrates, saturates, overrides, and overwhelms. Like almost like for some people, they're not going to be able to hack you guys because you are very overwhelming. Like the energy coming off you when you get together is so fucking intensely powerful that people who are insecure or total wimps are not going to, they're going to cower at you. And then they're either going to throw shade or they're going to like bolt. Okay, that's how it's gonna work out. But you guys both are incredibly intelligent people. You know, we have cultivated intelligence, and also it's like kind of like this is bad, but you're gonna like get really frustrated with people who are stupid. Okay, and it's going to like really like you're gonna be like, would you just cultivate some fucking intelligence already, you fucking doorknob? You know, it's like you can be a little curt and a little impatient sometimes too. At least the Aries energy person, most definitely. Okay, I feel like the intuitive side of the couple here, who's more the lunar energy, the divine high priestess kind of energy, is going to be less apt to jump to just tearing somebody's a new asshole. Okay, but I'm really feeling this kind of thing. You guys are extraordinarily powerful. Any obstacles that get in your way, you annihilate them as a couple, okay? And you are very good. Like the high priestess energy here is very good at digging up dirt on people. Like seriously. I mean, and that's definitely a very Scorpio energy anyway. They're good with being detectives and digging, prizing information out and manipulating, okay? Most definitely. So we have power number 7 here, okay? Reevaluate what it means to work with introspection, spiritual contemplation. Work with your deep need to know yourself through solitude and specialization, scientific study, or philosophical thought. Cultivate intelligence. This is so your jam as a couple. Like you are always looking to better yourselves and, you know, be more intelligent, learn as much as you can. Like, you know, you just can't get enough of learning. It's like you absolutely fucking love it. The more knowledge you have, the more powerful you feel and the better you feel. But you are good at knowing when to retreat, to meditate in solitude. You guys know how to, like when each other needs space, when to recharge and stuff. You guys are just so in tune with each other that you just know what the other one's feeling. You can even complete each other's sentences. You know what the other's thinking. You could be in a group of people and having a conversation at like some social event, and you just kind of like eye your mate and they're looking at you and they just kind of like nod and they get a smirk on their face because you guys are thinking the same damn thing. Especially if you come around somebody who's a total blowhard. You're just like, oh, and like the masculine here, the Aries side is going to be like twitching, just wanting to like, would you shut the fuck up? And just like basically like, would you fuck off? Or, you know, like they want to just like bleh, and like word vomit all over somebody who's like being too much of a braggart or something like this. And, you know, here comes the high priestess energy just to go like, chill, babe, chill. Take a breath. It's okay. I got this. And it's like, because, you know, the detective high priestess side of things is definitely knows how to tame that fiery, freaking passionate energy. And also is more diplomatic, I would say, okay? This is a very interesting group. But you guys are definitely, when people see you, you guys are ball-busting power couple. But there's something so charming and sexy and mysterious about you that you can't help but have people thinking you're quite intriguing. You're the couple that gets invited to dinner parties just so people can pick your brain or try to, but you end up turning it around on them and picking theirs instead and like prizing out what their weaknesses are or whatever, because you just magic that way. You know, it's like, you're really good. I feel like you're going to go far in the business world as this couple. I mean, it's kind of fucking amazing what's coming up here. But yes, like literally people will find you very sexually attractive and stuff like this as a couple. Because it's so, I don't know, you know, we had another group where it was just like a fairy tale kind of fucking vibe that was coming. For you guys, it's almost like, I don't want to see the villains in like a fairy tale, but it's like, I would say more like anti-hero kind of vibe, where it's not like, you're not bad, you know, at all. There's nothing evil about this. It's definitely, trying to like compare it to something, and I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, like misunderstood. I think sometimes some people might misconstrue like what you're about. But yeah, it's you guys are a very intriguing couple, okay? And there's something very magnetic about you two, most definitely. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for this group. Thank you so much for being with me today. If you'd like to check out more readings by me, go head over to my Patreon. The link is down below. I also have monthly personal reading tiers there that you might want to check out. Make sure to like and subscribe. And thank you guys for being with me today, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.